Hey guys, Typical Cycle Repair. Today we're going to be working on this pressure washer right here. This is a Craftsman 2550 with a 6.75 horsepower Brigg engine on it. This was given to me because it's not running, hasn't run in a year, but it had a new carburetor put on it at some point. It apparently has fresh gas in it, so we're going to check this. So let's go pull it off quick and see what we got and see if we get this thing running pretty quickly. So he says that this thing starts up and runs a little bit with the choke on. So part of the problems with this type of carburetor is the float needle seat. Those red seats in there swell up and push the float down. So we're going to check that. But he says he put a new carburetor on it last year. So I'm guessing there's just some water in the fuel, and there's probably water in the bottom of that bowl. And hopefully there's no corrosion that ruined the carburetor. So right now there's some gas in it. He says he just put it in and was trying to start it and it wouldn't start, so we're going to go with that. I always say drain the fuel out. Don't trust the gas that's in there. I'm going to pinch it off here, the line, which looks okay, so we don't get fuel dumping out, and we're going to take the bowl off. All right, so with that line cut off right there, we're going to take the air filter off, air filter cover. And from here, I'm going to take that nut off from the bottom and just take a look from here. Try to not even take too much stuff off, and we'll see what we get. So let me go ahead and pull that. All right, so we're just going to pull that nut off there. That should be a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. So it's going to dump the gas that's in there out. And you know, with the nut that we took off, there's a jet inside of there. We're going to make sure that that's clean. Let's pull this bowl off and see what's in there. I'm going to push this up. Now we're going to check the needle seat. I'm just going to make sure that this goes where it's supposed to go. And it does, so that's good. Looking at the bowl looks pretty dirty. And I can feel grit. It's starting to... Definitely a lot of grit in there. Let's pour this out. See that yellow fuel? See a lot of crud in there. So let's clean this bowl out. This is what I'm getting out of the bowl right here, just wiping it out. Alright, so now with the bowl clean, I'm going to go ahead and thoroughly clean out this jet, and I'm going to make sure that there's no debris inside of there. You can see through there, but we're not sure about that hole, so we're going to spray all that out with some carb cleaner and make sure I get a good flow through everything. So let me do that. Yeah guys, that's the problem. So when I went to blow carburetor cleaner into this hole, I got nothing out of the two sides. It's just kicking back at me. So I got to run something in there and clean that hole out. So that's the tiny wire that I'm just pushing in there and making sure that it goes all the way through, and you can see it inside that hole. So I know that I'm getting all the way through it now. I'm going to spray some carb clean through it. Alright guys, so now with that clean and the fuel looking the way it is, I'm going to go ahead and dump all the fuel out of this tank and start with some fresh fuel and make sure we're not getting any debris or anything from the tank. So I'm going to go ahead and just lean it over, hook this off, hook another hose in, and just get all the fuel out of there. Alright, so here's another problem. Here's the hose running straight from the tank. I got nothing coming out of it with the cap on. When I loosen the cap on the gas tank, fuel comes out. Tighten the gas cap back on, it stops. So we got to make sure this cap is vented. I got to switch it out with one that is vented and works. So this is the cap that was on it, and this is the one I'm putting on. There you go. That works fine now. The other one was not letting it, was just vapor locking it. Alright, so with the bowl back on, putting the air filter back on, it looks new, so I'm not going to worry about that. Gonna get this screwed back on. Put some fresh gas in it. I got some ethanol-free fuel to put in here. Alright guys, the pressure washer, I'm not going to run it long, but let's see if it starts up. Guys, so that's it. It's pretty simple. That jet in the bottom of the bowl gets clogged up a lot. You always want to pull the bowl off, make sure there's no debris in there. If you find any debris, just flush the fuel out, put some fresh gas in it, and it should fire it right up. Very simple carburetors, easy to clean up. Usually don't go bad besides that and the float needle seat. If it has the red seat insert, it swells up. It'll push the bowl, the float down, and it won't let any fuel in. Those are usually the only problems. This one also had that fuel cap problem on it, that it was just cutting and not letting any air into the tank, so it wasn't letting any fuel out, and it was just vapor locking the tank. So make sure you check all that stuff. I'm going to go hook it up, do some pressure washing with it. Hopefully this video helps you out, guys. Real simple repair. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications, guys. And until next time, this is Go Cycle Repair.